We are now going to move on to disturbances overnight in Cardiff. 2 teenagers are believed to have died in a car crash. Then a riot broke out.
Yes, emergency services and riot police with dogs were brought in after over 100 youths erupted in a large-scale disorder for over 9 hours in the residential area of Ely. 2 cars were set on fire. Several arrests have been made in relation to the disorder, and up to 12 police officers have been injured. It
is an absolute scene of devastation. News editor for Wales Online. Let's go to Ciaran Jones for his take on all of this. I mean, a lot of social disturbance over a long period of time, Ciaran. What's your reasoning behind this?
Well, as we understand it, there was this very serious crash at around 6 p.m. last night in Snowdon Road in Ely in the west of Cardiff. And that very tragically has resulted in the deaths of 2 teenage boys. Now, subsequent to that, and for reasons that at this stage aren't entirely clear, there's then been this mass disturbance involving between 100 and 150 people. Now, it must be said, in the context of those numbers, probably not all of those were involved, and certainly some of what I've heard is that it was actually a very small number of people involved in the trouble itself. Lots of those that were out there were kind of worried onlookers and people trying to protect their properties. But as you can see from the images that you're showing now, there were cars tipped over, set alight, projectiles and fireworks hurled at police officers, police cars and damaged, and police officers themselves injured as well. So there was a very major response to this. You can see the police helicopter there in the footage that you're showing, and it's also been said that officers on horseback and officers with dogs were called to attend the scenes as well. And this then went on well into the early hours of the morning.
Cardiff, as part of my beat for many years as a correspondent. And this part of Ely in Cardiff, it's a close-knit community. This is not your average Monday night in the area. What has been the reaction of the community to all of this?
As you say, it's a very tight-knit community, and I think that probably in part is why so many people came out looking to see what was going on, help one another and check on one another. It's very much not an archetypal Monday night. It is a very close community where people look to support one another. People know their neighbours and are very close to one another. So whatever it is that has sparked this will be fully investigated, and the police and also the Cardiff Council leader Hugh Thomas have come out this morning and said that there will be full investigations. We know that there were arrests made last night, and the police have said in their statement this morning from Assistant Chief Constable Mark Travis, there will be more arrests to come. There will also be an enhanced police presence now throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend, according to the police. So it will be interesting to see if there's any further tension. Certainly hope not, and hope that whatever caused this tragic collision last night, because that must not be forgotten about in all of this. 2 young people have lost their lives, and hopefully that can be investigated fully, and whatever has happened to lead to that can be established, and those people can be grieved for, because I'm sure there will be lots of grieving and lots of upset to follow now. And as I say, in this tight-knit community, people will probably band together to support the families of those affected by this tragedy.
Yeah, and South Wales Police are quick to condemn the violence, particularly directed at the emergency services, whether that be the dog handlers, those who were driving ambulances, trying to attend those who were injured in the crash at the time, and 12 officers being injured as well.
Yes, I mean, we've not had any explicit detail on the extent of those injuries, other than to say, fortunately, they are not life-threatening. So hopefully those injuries are not too serious. We're not absolutely clear at this stage, and I think it will be throughout the day and probably throughout the week that more precise details on exactly what led to this and what happened has emerged, because so far, obviously, lots has been pieced together through social media, through some of the live video footage that was being shared. You know, some of this was being streamed live on YouTube as, you know, concrete blocks and fireworks were being thrown and things like that. So shocking scenes, but lots to establish as this investigation continues.